What is up guys, and welcome to a new series where I use money making guides from the OSRS Wiki. If you guys enjoy this idea, I'll definitely make more and try to run through every single one of these on the list, no matter how ridiculous they might be. I'll be trying and testing out these money makers to see how accurate they are so you don't have to. Let's get into the video. So for this video, we will be doing charging air orbs. Now, I thought that this would be an interesting video to do simply because I've always seen people running and doing this, mostly bots, but I've never actually done it myself as a moneymaker. I was actually pretty impressed though with the amount of money and magic XP that you can get from this, and how AFK it was. I expected this to be a lot more click intensive, but it was actually pretty chill. So if you're looking for an AFK moneymaker that has relatively low requirements, this might be the one for you. With that being said though, we can now go ahead and jump into the next part of the video where I will be explaining the gear setup that I used for this method. Now, if you take a look at my gear, you'll see that I'm wearing my full graceful, and I'd say that this is very important because we will be doing a lot of running. So the reduction in weight and the run restoration does come in handy here. As for the staff, I am bringing a staff of air. This is also very important. This will help you cast the charge air orb spell. I'm also bringing my Explorer's Ring 4 because it gives me that nice stamina boost 3 times per day. For the shield, I am bringing the Falador Shield 4, and I'm bringing this for the defense bonuses and because I also have the recharge prayer option on that, and it'll come in handy if we get attacked by a PKer. For the scroll, I'm also bringing the diary reward 4 for that. I forget what it's called. Rada's Blessing, I think, and that'll just give us some extra prayer bonuses. And I'm not wearing it right now, but for the next slot, we will be using Amulets of Glory to teleport to Edgeville every time we get a full inventory of the orbs, and this is where we will be banking and making our return trips from. Now, as for the banking setup, like with all my videos, I will be having the last tab in my bank be where I keep all the items that I'll be using for this run, and we will be using bank fillers just to make for very quick banking. So I have my uncharged orbs, my cosmic ruins, any stamina doses that I might need, and of course the glories to swap out whenever I run out of charges. I also have my X option set to 81 so that I can withdraw the 81 cosmic ruins and the uncharged orbs for the rest of the inventory slots very quickly. And that is pretty much it for the bank setup. I found it to work very smoothly during this 1 hour. And another helpful tip is to set your attack options to always right click. You can set this for the players and the NPCs so that you don't get skull tricked and so that you don't accidentally attack anything down in the dungeon. And as for how much you'll lose on death, you will really only lose 15k if you die with the stuff that I'm bringing. It says 2.19 mils simply because it's calculating the cost of graceful, but since we're below, I believe 20 wild, you won't actually lose your untradeables, they'll just drop to the ground. So the risk is very low. Just make sure you don't bring your entire stack of cosmic ruins. There's really no need for that. 81 is all you should be bringing per trip. Now there are some PKers here, so if your account is mid-leveled, you probably will have to watch out for that. And in that case, really all you have to do is tele out. If they tele block you, then I guess you could try running through the dungeon back to the safe zone. It's kind of a far run, but luckily a lot of the monsters down there are aggressive, so you might be able to get them to aggro onto the PKer instead of you. But if they do kill you, it's not really a big deal. The most annoying part is just having to go back and pick up your stuff, because really you're only losing 15k. So again, if you don't bring your cosmic rune stack, then you should be safe. That's really the only reason I would think that PKers are there for, because getting 15k per kill isn't really a big deal. I think they're relying on people bringing their huge stacks of runes. And so yeah, you'll be safe as long as you don't bring your big stack. With that being said though, if you do enjoy PKing, this might actually be a good spot for you, because I have seen some videos where people get PK'd or people go out PKing and they get huge amounts of GP from just the large amounts of cosmic runes that some of these players have. I'm guessing most of them are bots, and maybe they, for whatever reason, decide to bring their entire stack, because it's really not a big deal to just withdraw 81 at a time. So could be a nice PKing spot if you focus on the bots. Now, as for the route that I take when doing this moneymaker, there's really, I guess, 2 routes you can take when doing this. You can either go left or right after going through this gate. I went left through the Chaos Druids, and I did that because I thought it was faster, but I think the Chaos Druids actually have a spell where they can entangle you. I'm not entirely sure, but if that is the case, then it might actually be better to go the right side. That way you don't get entangled and slowed down by the Chaos Druids. Also, when you make it close to the end where the ladder leads up to the air obelisk, there are some black demons that can hit pretty hard, so if you're low defense and low HP, it might be worth flicking the Protect from Melee spell if you have it. And as for the stamina portion of this moneymaker, this is where I was kind of surprised because originally I thought that you would have to, I guess, manually click the spell onto the altar and that you would be out of here really fast, which would then lead you to be needing a lot of stamina potions. But since it's just a one-click spell on the obelisk, you can just chill there, wait for all the orbs to completely get charged, and you will gain some stamina on your way. But it won't always get you to 100%, so you will need those stamina potions every now and then. The wiki did, however, say that you could manually cast the spell on the obelisk to speed it up a little bit. I think it says that it speeds it up by 1/3, so essentially you'd get, I guess, 33% more orbs charged, but I think it's just better just to AFK it. But again, if you want to put forth the extra effort, then go ahead. Now, one helpful tip that is probably worth doing if you're doing this moneymaker is a lot of the times when you're running through the druids that are in the wilderness dungeon, sometimes you'll see some grimy Ranar herbs on the ground, and I'd say if you see those, go ahead and drop one of the orbs and pick it up because it's definitely worth a lot more than a charged air orb. You can basically do this with any item that is worth more than a charged air orb. Just of course look up the prices before you do it. And of course you might make the person who is killing the druids down there a little angry, but hey, it's their fault for leaving the herb down there for so long. And it's rough out here, man. You gotta make money any way you can. But yeah, after doing this for 1 hour, I would definitely say that this is a nice moneymaker. It was very AFK and chill. I mean, even the part that isn't so AFK, which is the running to the obelisk, even that can be pretty chill if you decide to follow some of the bots that are running around. The only part that kind of sucks is that there are some gates along the way that you have to open, and of course the trapdoor that is at Edgeville to actually enter the dungeon. So I think they put that there maybe to stop some of the bots, but I mean there's still a bunch of bots here that get past those gates perfectly fine. And you can kind of tell which one is a bot and which one isn't because the bots will always stop in these same spots. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the 1 hour of casting air orbs. I'll let you guys decide if you want to count this last inventory that I did because the timer did run out, but I decided to finish it up anyways. So if you don't want to count it, then I guess you can just subtract however much that inventory was from the total profit at the end. And now we can go ahead and do a price check from all the orbs that we got. We managed to charge 594. And if we do a little price check, we can see that we have a total amount of 986,000. Not bad at all for 1 hour of pretty chill charging of the air orbs. And we didn't get attacked a single time, which was to be expected because I'm max level and I doubt that max level PKers are out there PKing at the air obelisk. I did do a price check on the air orbs before selling them off to see what would be a good price, and at the time 1652 was a good price. It didn't take very long for them to sell, and as you can see here we can collect our money now and do one final price check before going on to the next screen to figure out the total profit. But here it is, 981,000 coins. And just a heads up before we calculate the total profit, I do want to say that using the charged Dragonstone scrolls is a nice alternative to just selling your old glories and buying new ones. You can save a lot of money by just buying those cheap scrolls on the GE. But now we can go ahead and get to calculating the total profit that we made from 1 hour. So if we subtract the cost of supplies that we used, which was around 347,490 GP, from the total amount of money that we made, which was 981,288 GP, we get a grand total profit of 633,798 GP from 1 hour of charging air orbs. That is not bad at all, and we also managed to get a nice amount of magic XP. During this 1 hour, we managed to get a total of 45,144 magic XP, along with the nice amount of money that we made. So again, overall, I'd say that this is a pretty nice money maker. Nice and AFK, pretty low requirements, and some nice profit and magic XP. As always, I just want to say thanks for checking out the video, and if you did enjoy it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and possibly a subscription. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next episode.